Prince George will be a focus of the King's upcoming coronation as part of the palace's efforts to draw attention to the immediate line of succession, a royal expert has claimed. Dr. Tessa Dunlop appears in the latest episode of the Daily Mail's Palace Confidential series alongside diary editor Richard Eden. During the 30-minute program, the expert spoke to host Joe Elvin about King Charles' coronation in May and what roles the wider royal family will play. Although Dr. Dunlop said that working members of the firm are expected to appear in the procession, the expert claimed the emphasis will be on King Charles, Prince William and Prince George in Westminster Abbey. She explained, "They want to keep it focused on that line of succession, so we're going to see a lot of camera shots of Charles, of William, of George." Dr. Dunlop then referenced the Queen's coronation in June 1953, where her heir was placed in the spotlight. For the occasion, King Charles, who was 5 at the time, was seated in between the Queen Mother and his aunt Princess Margaret in order to make him as visible as possible. Describing how the coronation is all about King Charles, Richard Eden added, "We will see other working members of the royal family taking prominent roles. We'll see them in the procession to Westminster Abbey. They won't be taking part in the ceremony as such, but what you will see is a program of events around the country involving all the working royals." So that all the different parts of the United Kingdom feel part of the coronation and of course, well, see them on the Buckingham Palace balcony where it'll be all the working royals together. King Charles is understood to want his coronation to set the tone for a streamlined and modern monarchy, while retaining some of the pomp and majesty that stunned the world during the Queen's lying in state and funeral ceremonies. The historic ceremony on May 6 will begin with Camilla's crowning, before Charles is officially named as monarch when the St. Edward's crown is placed on his head by the Archbishop of Canterbury. A procession will then lead the newly crowned king past thousands of people to Buckingham Palace, where he will join members of his family on the balcony to wave at the crowd. The next day, Windsor Castle is set to host a concert broadcast around the world, with thousands of street parties in the afternoon as people. This will be followed by a bank holiday on Monday, with millions of people set to get a day off work. Dr. Dunlop's comments about Prince George's role in the coronation come amid weeks of mounting speculation about whether Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will attend. Friends of the couple said this week they are in limbo and considering the million different variables impacting their decision. Harry wants to be by his father's side on pretty much the most important day and hopes to salvage his strained relationship with the royal family, sources close to the Duke told the Daily Telegraph. The insiders claim it's a complicated decision because the couple may be accused of snubbing the family by not attending but also risk being booed or labeled hypocrites. The couple's friends say they will not make a decision about attending the coronation until a formal invitation arrives at their home in California. They will then decide if they will go to the historic event together or if Harry, 38, would attend without Meghan. It is also possible that neither makes an appearance. If either Harry or Meghan, 41, visit the UK for the ceremony, it is understood that their visit would be brief. A source close to the couple revealed last week that if Harry attends the coronation, he will want a meeting with the King and Prince William before he leaves the US. The Sussexes are expected to be invited to the coronation on May 6 despite the fallout from Harry's explosive memoir Spare released last month. If they choose to travel from their home in Montecito, California, to attend the event at Westminster Abbey, they will do so as normal congregation members. Some royal family members were reported to be spitting feathers over claims in Harry's book and his media campaign to promote it, according to royal sources. Harry has not spoken to the King or William about whether he will attend, with invitation set to be sent out imminently, the Mirror reported. But he is reported to want a meeting with his father and brother before he travels to the UK. A source told the newspaper, "Harry has been very clear and his position hasn't wavered. He isn't going to come if he feels the atmosphere will be as toxic as it was during the Queen's Platinum Jubilee and funeral." He said he wants to reconcile with his family and it's their call, but so far nothing has changed. It is understood that those who want to attend the coronation will need to RSVP to the invitation by the start of April. If he does go, Harry will not have any special role and he and Meghan, 41, would not be allowed to appear on the Buckingham Palace balcony with other royals. Royal sources recently suggested officials would ensure that Harry would not be seated next to his brother. The prince could also travel from the US to London without Meghan, in part because their son Archie's 4th birthday falls on the same day as the crowning. Such a plan could see Harry whisked in and out of Britain in a 48-hour so-called Harry in a hurry trip.